trailers for sale or rent. Rooms to let. You gotta tell them a joke or something.
A joke?
Yeah. What do you call, what is it, a dyslexic, insomniac, who's also agnostic? Or not what do you call them, sorry. What do you do when you cross all of those things? An agnostic, an insomniac, and a dyslexic.
I don't know, what do you
You get someone who stays up all night wondering if there really is a dog.
Where'd you get that one from?
John DeVito.
That's good.
Yeah, no. That's my
Tell them
favorite.
another. You have some great dad jokes. Tell them another one.
Do I? Now
Yeah,
you
you
put me on the
do.
spot. I don't remember if I know another one. Oh, here's one. Mama told me this one when I was a little girl. So, there's a mushroom man sitting at a bar, and this girl is sitting there beside him, and they've been talking, and he's making her laugh, and she looks at him and she says, "You know what? You really are a fun guy." But I'm just kidding, because he's a mushroom.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
This is the Comedy Hour by Jessica. Let's see who we got here. I know Lisa's on. Man, these roads in Tennessee.
What do you call
Lorraine says hi. Billy Sale, he's on.
What do you call cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with her?
That
Y'all?
makes me want some nachos. Maybe this lane isn't for tall people.
Billy, how you doing, man? I hadn't talked in a while, man.
Yeah, this lane's better.
Ann says she hates hearing the end of the joke.
Oh.
The nacho cheese joke, Ann? That's a classic. It's Sheila. Did you jump back on? I don't know if I answered your question completely, or if you heard any of it since YouTube decided to not cooperate with our
You
Q&A.
must have said one of the buzzwords that gets you shut down.
Oh, she said the one before the nacho cheese. You said you didn't hear or you hated here? I'm sorry. I'm confused now, Ann. Help me help you.
What do you call, the fun guy one?
Comedy show. Yeah, Billy says he's just enjoying the comedy show. This is supposed to be
yeah.
a professional Q&A.
I was just getting you entertaining while people are getting on, you know. And if somebody's watching later while it's not live, you're just like sitting there like,
Yeah, they're gonna be like, what in the
boogers
actual
in
hell
your
is this?
nose, like, oh, is anyone getting on yet? You know, so you just entertain them.
She didn't hear the agnostic
Okay.
and dyslexic
So
joke.
what do you get when you mix an agnostic, a dyslexic, and an insomniac? You get someone who stays up all night wondering if there really is a dog. Because it's God spelled backwards, because the dyslexic,
Did you hear?
insomniac, they stay up all night, and the agnostic, you know, they're not determined.
They're unsure.
They're not sure that there's not a God. They're trying to figure it out. Yeah. So I love explaining jokes. You know, everyone's like, it's not funny if you explain it, but it's still funny to me.
Well, Ann thought it was funny. She did
Thank
a
you,
capital
Ann.
LOL.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know. I mean, stand
That's
up.
compliments of John DeVito.
John DeVito. Stand up maybe in your future if the YouTube thing doesn't work out.
Why do
Again,
they call
if you
it stand up? Why you gotta stand up? Can
I
we
guess
have
you don't
sit
have to. You
down?
can sit down.
I'm
kinda, if
gonna
you
do
want
sit
to.
down. Neil, some Neil comedy.
Some Neil comedy.
Yeah.
So what about y'all? What are all y'all crazy cats up to? Y'all know that we're driving to Nebraska right now.
Yes.
We're not even halfway there, and tensions are building.
Are they?
No, not really. Y'all for fancy.
Does that mean you need to go to the bathroom? Or?
Fancy, come up here and sing a song. If Bowser were here, we could get him to sing.
Yes, if you had a harmonica.
Lisa's sewing.
Oh yeah, she's been making gear. She made a cool wallet today. I need to purchase one from her if she's putting her items for sale, because mine's got holes in it now. My black
She
wallet.
says she's ready to buy one.
on these little qualities.
Jimmy Jenkins says if you have to explain the joke, ...
I know, but I think it's still funny. I think it's funnier if it gets explained because people are like, I know, I didn't laugh because I didn't think it was funny, and then it's funny that you explained it. I don't know.
It's about 1 a.m. in Scotland. Just so you know.
My gosh, and you're choosing us over sleep? Wow.
It's the quality of entertainment you provide. That's why I have you here.
No, that's a funny joke. Let's see. What's another one that... Oh, man. See, I've got a group.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hello, hello. When was the last time you went to bed before 1 a.m.? Us? Man. I don't even know.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, because he's saying, you know, like, well, do you go to bed before 1? And it's like, no, actually not.
What is the NCT? Daniel says, come hike the NCT.
The North Country Trail.
North Country Trail, is that something?
It sounds really cold. And
It does sound cold.
And it's longer than any of the trails that I've done so far.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the one that...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Is that
I know,
a summertime thing?
And you see no people very often.
The Florida Trail video, so yeah, I said earlier, whatever, for the ones that already heard this, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell them again. They're still there, and they're still coming. It's out of my control right now, but my editor is still going to put the videos together, so just please be patient with us. Give me a little bit of time. I'm hoping this next week they'll continue back, but I will continue to keep you all posted, and I promise they're coming. There's, I don't know, I uploaded over 3,000 videos that I shot on that trail, so lots of footage to make lots of videos out of. And Dollar General bingo. So I didn't see all of it, but yes, sir, you're welcome. Or yes, ma'am, I'm not sure. RR's Outdoors Adventures.
Oh
But
my gosh.
thank you.
Look, well, no, I was just thinking, one time I had this job and I had to...
Thank you so much.
Sorry, okay. Well, so it's relevant to that, but I had to call people and tell them, you know, information or whatever. And so I called and I was looking for Mr. Smith, for example, and I couldn't tell if the person that answered the phone was a man or a woman. And I was like, instead of saying, may I speak to Mr. Smith, and then the person would go, this is he, or let me go get him, I said, is this Mr. or Mrs. Smith? Like the worst thing that you could say. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow.
Let's see, what did Billy ask? Yeah, he said, Daniel says 4,700 miles on that trail. That's
yes, that's, no, that's, I mean, it's epic.
Billy, I can't even read
I'm
that
not
word,
saying no,
right now,
it's just not yet. Not yet. What did he want you to do?
How many songs would we get about existentialism?
Existentialism.
But I don't know. I get asked about writing songs about the trail and stuff a lot. Yes, I want to go fishing. Fishing's one of my most favorite pastimes, and I don't know what kind of fish you have there, but smallmouth bass is on my bucket list. I've been a bass fisherman my entire life, and still have yet to catch a smallmouth. So, but I'm down for any kind of fishing, offshore, inshore, whatever. It doesn't matter. I do love to fish. But yeah, Billy, people ask all the time if I'm going to write songs pertaining to my experiences on the trail and stuff, and I don't know if a song hits me, if I feel inspired to. I'm down. Offshore's fine with me. I like to eat that fish anyway. All the freshwater fish, I always toss them back. But yeah, I don't know if I feel a song or feel inspiration to write something about something I experienced out on the trail, I'll certainly write about it. But I don't know. You and I know. For those of you that don't know, I co-wrote Memories and Curtain Call with Billy. He's out of Mississippi, songwriting down there, and So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to write any of those, but I might. It just depends on what I feel. I just finished a new one. Don't have a name for it yet. But
Can I hear you okay? You might be going through this.
it's a little bit. I'm sure.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me? She's.
I was just asking.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So I feel like you can't hear me. The new song, though, is going to do a little different subject matter. It's not necessarily about broken hearts and stuff. It is still kind of sad. I don't want to give too much of it away, but I'm going to record a demo of that, work a few things out. But definitely for my patrons, I'll play it for you all soon, next time we do a Zoom. And I would love to get your thoughts on it, see what y'all think about it. But I think it's another good one. I got Jessica's in purple, so she's a tough critic, man.
Yeah. I'm like, what does that mean?
Or what are you even trying to say? I don't even understand. And then she'll have me questioning my own damn lyrics. Like,
but I just,
sometimes.
I mean, well, it's just like say what you mean to say, you know?
It's
like,
good, but I like that. And I like the honesty, because if I go to say a line and it's confusing or unclear, sometimes I want it to be unclear. I want you to think about it, and I want it to mean to you whatever you want it to mean. That's the cool thing about music. But she does keep me straight, make sure that I don't write cliche lines, no bro country or anything like that, right?
You sound like I often like turn my nose up at. No, there have been very few times where I've been like, well, what does that mean? You know, whatever. I'm not ugly about it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is. I think interpretation is always good, and I mean, I'm sure that even my songs, other songs, some of the most popular songs in the world are going to mean something special or something different to most about everybody. So
Yes.
I do try to write about relatable things. I think that's important. And however it makes you feel, whatever path it takes you down. It's music, let it take you wherever you want it to. So.
That's why Hank Williams is still relevant.
Yeah. Also, he's just good.
I mean, I think so. But...
There's that.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not like the best vocalist ever, or.
Is this the right exit?
I mean, that's what my phone said to do, so I hope so.
Y'all pray for us. Offer constructive
Jonesboro.
criticism. Turning your nose up is helpful. Lisa.
Yeah. Sorry, bug.
Got one.
I think it was a grasshopper. They're jumping everywhere.
Mercy. Alright, let's say, let's play a fun song. Make it a little more upbeat.
Yes.
This is, since Billy's on, this is the first song that I ever wrote. I wrote this song with Billy, and it's called Memories. I'm dropping important stuff. I don't even know what that was, but I'm sure it was important because it's heavy, so that means it had to be something important.
It wasn't your phone. It's probably your vein.
Oh, that's super important to get that. This song's called Memories. Well, I think I dropped down to my favorite spot, a place we go a lot. Spend nights drinking and telling jokes. All our friends know how it happened. Everyone around does about how you feel. Ran off with my love. And I'd given it to you, thinking you would be true. I laid my heart on the line without a worry down. But it came crashing in right between us, and that flame between us just burned out. I eat pills so I can't sleep. I smoke weed so I can't eat. I drink whiskey to drown your memory. You know that helps to ease the pain. Also, you won't leave my brain. When my eyes are closed is the only time I'm free. Take it away, Fancy May. Not interested.
She's offended.
Gravity kills me and then prays for my bones. Hope that you here to see what you've done. I went from drinking just for kicks, counting worms, here in the 2x6 and playing along one and only one. I eat pills so I can't sleep. I smoke weed so I can't eat. I drink whiskey to drown your memory. Now that helps to ease the pain. Also, you won't leave my brain. When my eyes are closed, is the only time I breathe. One more time, fancy me. I drink whiskey to drown your memory. I eat pills so I can't sleep. I smoke weed so I can't eat. I drink whiskey to drown your memory. Now that helps to ease the pain. Also, you won't leave my brain. When my eyes are closed, it's the only time I'm free. When my eyes are closed, it's the only time I'm free. When my eyes are closed, that's the only time I'm free.
Yay!
Tunes from the road, man.
My favorite part of that song is the word that you speak and not sing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Lisa said you apologized for a bug. Yes, she did.
Yes,
So in the
R.I.P.
presence of Dixie, if any of y'all are over there, don't kill any kind of living, nothing. Nothing. Just alive, let it live. It don't matter if it's something you're terrified of.
Well,
For me,
mosquitoes
it
can go on to
For
hell,
me, yeah, she's like, oh yeah, mosquitoes, they bite
but
me.
they suck your
hurt.
blood, and
So I
they
kill them.
yeah.
Well, cockroaches hurt me in a different kind of
They
way, like a
do
special way
not.
inside my soul that terrorizes my thoughts and my dreams. Like I can see a roach and I feel like I need to take a shower. I have an extreme phobia of them. She doesn't appreciate it. She's like, well, let's save their lives, or whatever. I'm like, no, let's get rid of all the roaches, man. Like, there's no need in them. I know. She's like, some things eat them, whatever. They can find something else to eat. There's other stuff to eat. Lots of bugs out there, but I'm not a fan of the roaches. But yeah, man. So if it's spiders, roaches,
It's not really how that works.
you gotta.
They just eat something else. But okay.
You have to let it live. If you're around Dixie, you want to keep Dixie happy anyway. Yeah, the Diamondbacks awesome. So Diamondbacks are, they're out there. They're not trying to terrorize me, man. I kicked him in the face and he was cool. If I would have kicked the cockroach, it would have flew, got in my beard or in my hair, and it would just been terrible. Like, I know. Daniel, the dog's back here. Fancy's not very much of a. She's not much of a live Q&A person.
If you had a treat, she'd be real interested. But
Yeah.
she's. Oh, she raised her head up, but then she laid it right back down.
Fancy Dusty says hi.
Say hi, Dusty.
Lloyd, we are, I believe, Arkansas.
Lloyd has your mama and them.
Yeah,
look, there is Arkansas shape. So yes, we are.
Yes, we're in Arkansas, and Lloyd.
I'm actually wanted in this state, or I was at one time.
Wanted?
For speeding.
We gotta hear this story. She said she's wanted in this state. Y'all don't turn.
So I was seeing a fella that lived in Missouri back in 2006. So I'm past the statute of limitation, I'm sure. And we broke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving, and I peeled out in my truck Tanya and threw gravel and decided I was going to go back home and spend Thanksgiving in Alabama. But so, I was upset, of course, and I was going like 90 miles per hour. And it's a wonder my truck didn't fall apart going that fast. But anyway, so I was just trying to get home to Alabama real fast. And this cop pulled me over and he gave me a ticket. And I was so broke in college, I was like, well, I'm not going back to the Arkansas. And so I just never paid the ticket. But they didn't come get me. And like I said, that's been 15 years ago now. So Yeah.
Fugitive from justice.
So I have passed through Arkansas since then, and usually I just step out and let somebody else drive just in case. But like I said, I think I'm good.
I was gonna try to drive and do this Q&A and navigate
And play the guitar.
and try to do the guitar, but if it was me and Rich, probably try that.
Oh,
Does Dixie ever request a song that you simply will not sing?
no. I like him to enjoy playing music, so we don't really sit at the house and me go like, "Oh, you're my jukebox" or whatever. Usually, I just I like to hear him just mess around on the guitar and whatever.
She's usually like, "Can you go in another room and do that?"
That is a story. No, I usually he's like, "I'm gonna practice this song like 15 times in a row. Is it gonna bother you?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, she's good about it. So yeah, when
I
you,
just
when
do
you
my
get
own
one
thing.
down or get one that you're just right, you just have to play it over and over and over. And
Yeah. But
somebody in the room, you might just be like, "God dang, how long does it take me to get this right?"
But when I like a song, I literally play it like that. Okay, so there's this song called I don't know if it's called.
Arkansas didn't have computers then, so you're all good.
I
didn't say that. I said they said that.
Yeah, but see, we can laugh at that because Alabama gets those jokes so much. But the song. So there's this song that I found. I really like old country music, and so I found Loretta and Conway singing. I think it's called "The Call," but Loretta's like, "Darling, I knew it was you," in her poor pitiful Loretta voice. And yeah, but that's I'm making fun of it. And anyway, because Conway's like, "Hello, Loretta." And it's so dramatic, but it'll make you tear up, and she's so dramatic in it. She's like anyway, but you just have to hear it. It's called "The Call." I'm pretty sure you'll have to check it out sometime. But I literally, when I found that song, I played it on repeat for probably a week. Every time I got in the truck, that song was playing. So that's why I don't mind. You just over and over, because to me, when you really like a song, it's let it really marinate in it. Anyway, that was a really long side story there. Sorry.
Lloyd says speeding's not a big deal after all these years, but shoplifting at Dollar General is a whole different story.
I know. Those allergy meds, I had to have them, Lloyd. I was going to snort them.
I've never been frisked or anything my entire life until I went hiking with Dixie.
That's because you looked shady. I'd never been frisked till I hung out with shady characters.
But I didn't look any different before.
You had baggy breeches on.
No. That was an experience, for sure. So.
It was very frustrating.
So, if anybody out there has any magical leads to a touring vessel to get myself and my band all around this country reasonably reliable and safely, please let me know, because I took the battle wagon, if you will, the big Dodge 3500 on this last trip with Rich, and took his band. So there were 5 of us in the van. I had my trailer behind it, pulling all the gear, all of our merch, luggage, and guitars. And we got about 9 miles to the gallon. So if you weren't following along last week, I did between 2,200 and 2,300 miles. So almost enough to drive from coast to coast. And you can do the math on that. So we spent between $800 and $900 on fuel. We also put, I think, 22 quarts of oil. 22 or 23 quarts of oil.
It's a green. It's super green and eco-friendly van.
In that van. So we learned some things. One thing we learned is that's not a viable option for touring. So it's a 15-passenger van. I think we want to sell it to somebody that's going to use it more locally, where gas mileage isn't. Yes, Sheila said only 22 quarts. Yeah, really, in one trip. So the good thing is you don't really have to worry about doing an oil change.
Yeah, it's got the self-changing oil feature. You just top it off every now and then, and it changes all by itself.
MarDe still hasn't been frisked anywhere but pilot truck stop, Dollar General parking lots. Yeah, fill her up with oil and check the gas every time. You have to put oil in every time. It's that thirsty. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, if y'all have any leads on anything, that does better gas mileage than that. A little small trailer. You carry 4 to 5 to 6 people around. Let your boy know. Or Dixon. Let her know.
Let your girl know.
Yeah. No electrical problems on Dodge. You're lucky. Yeah, for real. Well, so when I bought it, or when it was given
Yeah,
to me,
there were.
when it was given to me, I had electrical problems. It wouldn't even crank. I did not go to 2050. It's 5W30, so up to 10W40, and I didn't really slow it down. I didn't know if I could even go to 20W50. We definitely don't want to blow it up. Then I'd been dead in the water, and that's no good. Then I have to
Apologize
just
to
leave it there
Rich.
to let whoever have it, or pay somebody to tow this giant school bus and basically sell it to scrapyard, because I don't think that I would put an engine in it. Everything works, so power doors, power windows, got front and rear air. All the lights inside work on the vehicle and stuff. So it's a nice van. It's just not getting good gas mileage. Where are y'all riding in now? This is Jessica's Toyota, and she's not going to let me use this for a tour wagon. Quite.
Well,
sure.
that's okay.
But I don't want to use it for that either. Like, this is
But I got this. Okay, so I'm starting a podcast, and I got this so that I can go around and interview people, because to me, a podcast, a conversation is better had face to face. So I would like to go around to people face to face, and this is something that I can take fancy in and sleep in the back of. And when I have my talks, I can bring my merch and stuff. So, assuming while MarDe's out on the road on some of these shows, I'll be going to do my podcast interviews, because sometimes we're together and sometimes we can't be together. So it still doesn't solve the problem. Even if he were to take this on times where I wasn't going or something, then it doesn't solve the problem of when we both go separate ways. What do we take? And
Right.
he's got his Chevrolet truck, but it can't hold all the people in his van plus his guitar. And with these acoustic guitars, you've got to have them in a climate controlled area. And so,
it takes
like,
one time to get hot and the glue let go, and then you got major issues.
so he'll go to a restaurant on the road, and either he has to leave his truck cranked so that it's got AC, or he takes it in with him, and it sits next to him in a booth, like it's his date.
That is my date. I just sit there with my guitar.
So anyway, there's not room for the guitar in the cab of the truck and the band members, so that's why the truck doesn't work. But.
Yeah, and I haven't checked with anybody like Enterprise or anything yet, and that's certainly a good option.
What, rentals?
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
like buying
yeah,
used.
but the problem with that is they already have so many miles on it.
But I mean, that's they only keep them up to so many miles, and they get rid of them.
Yeah.
That's not a bad. That's a good lead anyway.
So that's one option. Found a new Dodge van that's out there that is 5-passenger. It's got an i4 engine. It gets about 28 miles to the gallon. That would be ideal. So they're about 26 new. So hopefully I can find one of those. It's a year or two old, not too many miles on it. I love the big van, man. Have all that room is super awesome. We actually slept in the van one night. The hotel situation that run was bad in Kentucky that night, and we literally tried to get a room till almost 5 a.m. And by that point, there wasn't enough time left to even get any quality sleep and everybody take a shower, so we just crashed in the van. So it was nice having all that room to be able to do that, but for the amount of money we spent on gas, we could have stayed in a 5-star hotel and still come out way better. So, is there any chance for a duet?
At a live show sometime, not.
Yeah, I think Ann says they keep them up to the manufacturer warranty at Enterprise. And also, did you notice wearing your shirt? Old Magic Mushroom shirt. Thank you again.
Is that what that is? Well, I'll be.
I'm in trouble.
I'm just. No. I was just being
If you didn't
silly.
get it now by the logo.
Yeah.
I got some new hats in too. If anybody doesn't have a hat, I can hook you up. Mail it right to your front door. Send me a message and get with me.
For the small fee of $55. I'm just kidding.
No, they're not $55.
$30.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
35 for shipped.
for shipping. Yeah, 35.
35 shipped.
These are actually limited edition. They're all black. There's
Yeah,
no gold under the
and there's a whole 2 of
under the
those.
mushrooms. So yep, I have 2 of them. It's black and white. So
Oh, I passed the popo man.
probably he's like, "What are you doing watching movies going on the road?"
He's like, I smell an illegal driver. I smell a fugitive.
Let's see. Billy says, boss used to buy a Penske with 100,000, driving 200,000, resell for close to the same price. That's cool. Chad Adventure says, "Road."
Oh, it's Chad.
What's up, Chad?
Chad with 2 D's. Chad Dad.
Chad Dad. All right. What else y'all got for me? I know there's some inquisitive minds out there. Now's your chance. Find out the thoughts inside my head on the road trip to Nebraska. I think we were breaking up a while ago. Where are y'all right now? Arkansas. Arkansas. Hoping to see the zebras. Has anybody on here ever seen the zebras in Arkansas?
Oof.
They are here.
That
Freaked
one
me out
was
the first time I was coming through here and saw that. It's not something you see
gross.
every day. Show of hands, nope. Nobody's seen the zebras in Arkansas. Y'all got to make more road trips. There's also a barbecue joint here called Craig's Barbecue. It's a little white hole in the wall house in the middle of nowhere. Craig's Barbecue. Y'all look it up. It's close to it's Duval something, Arkansas.
I don't know.
Duval's Bluff or something like that. Because I was saying double.
Yeah, you've told me about it, but I've never been there.
I don't know. But yes, Craig's Barbecue in Arkansas is worth the trip by there. It's probably the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. And I don't even like barbecue.
Yeah.
Sheila, yes, zebras. There are zebras.
They've got whole zebras here.
How long did the blisters take the hill? They didn't disappear until after I was done with the trail. And I don't know, I guess what, a couple of weeks, week and a half, couple of weeks, something like that. But the blisters were weird. They'd come up and they'd hurt when they would bust and bleed. But really after that, I don't know if it's just you just get used to the stinging and the pain in the area. But other things hurt worse, I guess. And I didn't really think a whole lot about the blisters. The bottom of my feet hurt worse than any other part of my body on that trail.
Chad had a hole in the bottom of his foot.
Yeah.
From when he was on the AT, and then that's when he went out to the Camino. But he had like a crater, and I know that you would know how painful that is now after.
Yeah, I had one that was about, I don't know,
on your heel,
about the size of a quarter or something like that. It didn't turn into a hole, but
yeah. No, that's anything on your feet when you use them every day is very painful.
So the zebras, I don't really know the story. I was hoping that somebody on here, because I anytime I meet somebody or I'm talking about I'm driving through Arkansas, I'll mention something about zebras, and most people look at me like I'm absolutely retarded.
This is on 555. Is it on this interstate, or is it on?
No, it's not. Well, what I saw wasn't on interstate, and I don't remember. But when I go to Butler, Missouri a lot.
Well, we go through Jonesboro, right? Or Joan.
Yeah, it's not far from Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Yeah,
but anyway, you're coming up the highway, and then there's metal arches, and it says "Welcome to such and such, home of the zebras." Well, the first time I saw it, I thought it was a weird iron arch to drive through, but I didn't think anything else about it. I get about 2 miles up the road, and I'm driving by and take a look out the driver's side window, and sure as shit, there's a zebra standing there eating grass.
You just made me snot.
And, so, of course, I did a U-turn and went back, and I had pictures of that. It's on an old phone. I'll see if I can find them sometime and post it.
I think we did post it.
But, yeah, I may have posted it if you look back on my music page and stuff. But I went by there again a couple times in the past few months, and I didn't see the zebras there this time, but the arches are still there. And so I don't know if there's a place where more zebras live or if that's just the only place.
Maybe times got hard during COVID.
Yeah, but I'll be making my way through there again soon. So hopefully I'll find them. And this time I'll do better at taking pictures. I'll shoot video. I wasn't doing vlogging and video shooting then. So, uh, but yes, they are here. Google it. Zebras in Arkansas. I can't Google it right now without getting off this screen and messing this up. But
It's working.
yeah, it's working right now. We're gonna do that. Tell us how Dixie convinced you to go hiking for the first time.
I said, "Hey, boy, I'm about to go walk. You coming?"
So, pretty much, this is exactly how it went down. When we first met, we started dating, and she said, "Hey, just let you know, I got a couple hikes coming up later this year. One in the summer with my mom, and one this fall with my sister. And I'm going to be gone for about 5 or 6 months. Like,
In total.
yeah, everything will be cool with that." And I was like, "Man, it's no problem. Be good to go. We'll talk on the phone and stuff. I'll see you when you get back." And well, that turned out to be a lot more difficult than expected for me, anyway. I think she was pretty content with it. But
Well, I mean,
then, so she got back, and I was like, "Man, I don't really ever want to go through that again. Like half a year without seeing you." We saw each other for 4 weeks or so in the middle of that. Yeah, she got ready to do the next hike. She's like, "Well, I'm about to go hike this trail and be gone for about 2 or 3 months. So if you want to see me, you better get your shoes on.
better get ready to walk through the swamp.
Better learn how to make a pot cozy and start putting your gear together." And but no, all joking aside, it was something I really want to do. I'm super fascinated by what she does.
Well, he likes snakes a lot, so
Yeah,
it was
love
kind of
snakes.
like that was the perfect trail for him.
Yeah, I love the outdoors and stuff. Also, there's so much I haven't seen. Like, I've never seen the mountains on the West Coast. I was super through the Teton with her, but we'll go back. I want to go see Yellowstone and stuff, so we can do some hiking out west soon. But it wasn't hard to talk me into it.
Well, we were supposed to go to New Zealand, and then because of COVID, it turned to the Florida Trail.
She's like, "Well, how would you like to go to New Zealand?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'll drop everything. We'll just do this."
We dropped everything, but we went to the Florida Trail
we
instead.
dropped everything and ended up going to the Florida Trail instead. But
it was really cool though.
So it wasn't hard to talk me into it. I don't know if I hadn't met her if I would ever done anything like that. I don't think so. It sounds insane to say, or somebody's like, "Hey, let's go walk over 1,000 miles and without stopping." Just sounds crazy because I don't want to walk around the block really, but there's something different about hiking. I already like camping and stuff anyway, and I felt like if I could just survive the mosquitoes, I really thought that was going to be a problem for me. And yeah, I got bit a lot, but they weren't that bad. The ticks were worse. But even all the insects and stuff, I wouldn't trade the experience of what we did for anything in the world. And I think it's something that everybody should do. And even if you can't go hike the entire thing, you can still go hike and you can still camp, even if it's for 2 or 3 days. But we all get vacations, you know. So if you really want to do it, use your vacation and stuff, and you go for a week. But I think that, providing you don't get hurt or anything like that, things happen. But other than that, I think most everything you'll take out of it is positive and will influence or affect your life in a positive way.
In the moment, it might suck though.
Yeah, you might get out there and think, "Why
God,
the
this
hell did
sucks.
I decide to do this? Like, why would I put myself, willingly and voluntarily through something like this?" But
and then you get home and you're like, "Oh my God, that was so fun."
Yeah. So delayed gratification, I guess. But then you do that, and then it's like, man, what do I do next? Because you just feel like you need to go accomplish another feat, go on another adventure, go see
You need to go
something else
doo-doo in
new.
the woods.
Doo-doo in the woods.
Yeah. Nature dumps are.
She's got new shirts, I poop in the woods. So.
Don't tell them.
Oh, they don't know yet?
Not yet.
Secret info. So this is a man's been when you learn stuff, because I slip. I don't really have a filter. I say stuff I should say all the time. So let's see.
I haven't put it out yet. They're coming. They're ordered.
Billy says, "I hope they didn't eat the zebras." Me too, Billy.
That's why I said times got tough during COVID.
Sheila says, "No, it was just all the magic mushrooms. I really didn't see the zebra. Those were horses."
Yeah.
Let's see. Chad Adventure says, "Oh, that is a fact. My foot was jacked up. Still have a spot on it a couple years later. Yeah, I've got a scar on the back of mine. Uh, let's see. He said he's in need of a good road trip. Everything's about a road trips away from is that St. Louis where you are?
I know he's in Missouri. I can't remember.
Yeah. Lloyd says I've been through Arkansas many times and never saw much because it was raining solid the whole time. Yeah, I see a lot of rain when I come through necessarily, but
See some corn right
it's
now?
neat when you come through during duck season and they flood all these fields. Lisa says she's got zebras in the field not far from her.
Ooh, Lisa, is it the mushrooms or the zebras?
The mushrooms or the zebras?
I mean, is it mushrooms or is it zebra? Like, is she seeing zebras because they're really horses and she's eating mushrooms? I was just like,
Lisa, do you eat mushrooms?
don't put her on the spot like that.
Well, you just asked for some mushrooms.
It was a joke. It was just supposed to be like, ha, and then we move on. Next question.
Next. Let's see. Never seen zebras, but we do have camels in Texas. Really? You didn't show me any camels when we were out there in Texas.
Well, sorry there weren't any of the grassy knoll in Dallas.
All right, Lloyd, I'm going to have to come visit you and we'll go.
Lloyd lives in like the desert part of Texas.
Oh, okay.
Nothing really changes. Like, Dallas is Alabama, basically. And once you get past Dallas-Fort Worth area, it finally starts looking like the desert Texas. So we didn't go far enough west.
Lisa says we have a park here with zebras, and camels, and rhinos. Is that a zoo,
that's
Lisa?
Cool. Yeah. I heard of one of those.
Julie says New Zealand 2022.
Maybe.
Some kind of fun adventure.
Are you down?
Do what?
Are you down?
For New Zealand?
Yeah. Can we take Fancy?
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, they have to quarantine for like forever.
Yeah, it's still hard to get over right now.
Well, not right now. They won't let us over there right now. I'm saying like dogs have to quarantine.
Billy Sale says Snoqualmie Falls. Do you know where that is?
I know where Snoqualmie Pass is.
Yeah, he said put that on the list.
That's is it in Washington?
Is that in Washington, Billy? Daniel says, how did you two meet? Great story here. This is a great story.
It's trashy.
So,
we were at a bar.
You want my version or her version? Because there's two different ones.
It's the same. Yours is a story. Anyway, I went to have barbecue. Like, I'm kind of a workaholic. I work like nonstop. If I'm awake, I'm like, there's something I could be doing to, forward progress my life. And so my sister told me, like, you need to eat something, so just come out and have barbecue. So I went out with my two sisters and my sister's fiance, and we got barbecue, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just have a drink because I can, right? I'm just gonna do it. And so I had a drink, and then there was this drunk guy, and he came over, and he was being obnoxious. No, and he was trying to get us to, like, he wanted to buy us drinks or whatever. And, I'm not just hateful to somebody that comes over interested or whatever. It's not like that. But this guy was just super obnoxious. Ooh, I bet they're getting seasick. And so anyway, he came over and he tried to cheers me. And I thought he was trying to pour his drink into my drink. And so I moved my glass back because the way he had it tilted. And he tried to do it to my sister, and she did the same thing. And then finally my sister's fiance was like, oh, she realized he was just trying to cheers. And then I felt bad, but before I could be like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were, and explain myself, he was like, yeah, F you. And I was just like, excuse me? So anyway, then I was pissed off, and I was like, girls, we're going out. And so we got all fired up, and we went out to another bar. Actually, my sister's fiance went to where her brother was playing music for the night, so my sister and I just went. And so we get to this old dive bar that I used to go to a lot in college, and I just don't go out anymore. I like to feel good in the morning, and anyway, so we go there, and they're like all dudes in this place, which is typical of it. And we have a few drinks, getting good and buzzed or whatever. And there are these guys coming over, and it was just comical at this point because, you know, it's late at night. They're looking to take home the Saturday night special, you know, the Honky Tonk Angel. And I'm not interested. You know, first of all, my sister's a lesbian. And I was just like not trying to, you know, go home with anybody that night. And so then I'm up at the, or I see MarDe. He gets up there when because our friend was playing, wow, this turned into a really long story. I'm sorry. Our friend was playing music at the bar, and so that's why I went there. I knew him in college, and so anyway, MarDe, he takes a break, and MarDe got up there and played a song. And at this point, I'm ill with guys in general, and I was like, look at this guy. It's not his show, and he thinks he's something up there singing. And then I was like, dang, he can actually sing pretty good. And then anyway.
You forgot that part.
Well, yes. I mean, they can see. So anyhow, then we get later on in the night, and he was standing up at the stage, and so I went up there to talk to my friend, and you know, maybe stand beside MarDe. And then I said something about, you think he'll play a certain song, "Come Pick Me Up" by Ryan Adams?
She knew he would play.
I already knew he knew the song, yeah. And he was like, and I let him, you know, feel real big, because he's like, ooh, well, if I get him to, will you dance with me? And I was like, okay, you know. And so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then, so he thought he was real cool because he was going to get this guy to play the song. And so anyway, he played it. And we danced.
And we danced, and we've been dancing ever since.
Yeah, and so then we talked and talked. Well, I asked him, I was like, first of all, he told me his name, and I was like, do you like dogs? He said yes. And I said, do you like being outside? And he said yes. And I was like, all right, well then we can have a conversation, because, oh, sorry, guy. And so then we hung out. And me and him and my sister ended up going to Waffle House that night. Yeah.
That morning about 7.
Yeah. I popped out my fake tooth.
She did pop out her fake tooth, and she just got everything kind of.
Yeah, I was like,
start.
Just know what you're getting yourself into.
She was trying her best to run me off, I think, but it didn't work.
Yep. I mean, I just, like, there's no time for all the shenanigans, you know? It's like, he also didn't like Putin.
I still don't.
Oh, well. You like it better than cockroaches anyway now.
Yeah, well, I like everything better than cockroaches. So
anyway, that's a long, I'm so sorry. That was a very long story.
There's an interesting question coming up, but I have to go back and find it.
Yeah, because that one was really boring, of how we met.
This is a great question. This is by Gage Ninja, maybe Ninja Lord.
Ninja Lord.
Got an awesome screen name anyway. It says, is it weird to like goth girls? And the answer to that question, in my humble opinion, is hell no, that's not weird. Like, goth girls are cool too, man. I think it's cool to like anything that you want to like.
Yeah.
But I dig goth girls. I think it's neat.
That's why you always want me to wear the black earrings.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Where are you headed after Venice, Nebraska? So that's Friday. And we got a private show in an undisclosed area Saturday night. Still in Nebraska. And gosh, we're heading back home. And
yeah.
I'm not sure until September. There's something at the end of August. I don't know without pulling my calendar up. Then September gets kind of crazy. I'll be in Garden City, Missouri. I'll be in Diamond City, Missouri. We'll be in Pigeon Forge at the Josie Music Awards. The album was nominated for Album of the Year. And so we're going to do the red carpet thing. I still have no clue what I'm going to wear. I've never done a red carpet, and I don't really dress up and wear tuxedos and things. So that's going to be a whole fun. I'm looking for a purple suit, though, man. Maybe if I can find...
like a Dumb and Dumber style, but purple.
If I can find a really bad purple suit, I will bust that out on the red carpet proudly.
Ooh, red and purple, though?
Yeah, that's fine. Purple goes with everything.
Hey, the red and purple Skittles are the best.
Yeah. So, is that right? I like green and purple. But that's an argument for another time or discussion.
Fine.
So that, we got that, and then Denver, Colorado. We got an engagement in South Carolina. Jessica's got a talk somewhere around South Carolina in September. So, and then from Denver, Colorado, we got to make the short drive over to Indianapolis after the Tyler Childers concert.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
So I'm going to Red Rocks for the first time. Never seen a concert there. And Tyler Childers is one of my very favorite songwriters and artists. So John R. Miller is going to be there too. I'm super excited to go out and check that out at Red Rock. Uh, also excited to announce the show that we're doing out there in Denver as soon as I can. So that's what's going on there. All right,
What's going on across the
golf
sea?
girl question.
It ain't nothing. I ain't.
Lisa says, my buddies, the Shield brothers, did a few sections of the Colorado Trail and are doing the Tahoe Rim Trail soon.
Oh.
Is that the ones that did the video that you had Jessica burn a little bit? Yeah, she roasted them. That was fun.
You have a good memory.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I slide over and he gets nothing but my shirt.
Well, you were being stingy and keeping his food.
He rips my shirt open, and while this is going, my foot slid off the brake pedal, and I'm driving and don't even realize it until I come to an abrupt stop into the ass of a big buffalo. So if you're ever wondering if you got a Ford Explorer and you're going about 5 or 6 miles an hour and you hit a buffalo, it will stop. You right in your tracks, whatever. So then the buffalo just kind of looked at me, and I felt so bad for him. I just kind of tossed the contents of the bag out on the ground in front of him. And I felt like he was big enough to run anything off, and he needed to make sure that up there.
Oh, I do have 3 bars. It was down to 2 though, so yeah, we might be losing it. Cause you know when you hills of Arkansas in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, RJ said half bar, half Waffle House. Billy said Washington State, beautiful country. That's where that trail he was talking about was.
Oh yeah, no, that's Snoqualmie Pass is where the PCT goes through.
Billy says thanks, a-hole fate. I'm not real sure of what I was an asshole about, but I believe it.
Oh, the asshole that I met that night.
Oh yeah, that asshole. Yeah, I should buy him a beer.
We've seen him at the bar since then.
Yeah, and I didn't buy him a beer the last time we saw him.
No, he acts like a rooster, just in a bar. He's just like a rooster, trompsing around or whatever. Like he's just got to be seen and all that. Like.
Lisa, that was the first question. I swear, is do you like dogs? That was the first question.
Yes.
Billy says wear a t-shirt and a sports coat. RJ says I would have said yes, but I'm not looking for any more dogs.
That's what he should have said.
Well, I didn't know I had 2.
I had 2 at the time. Yeah, I had an old.
Not really any trouble.
Just
his breath was bad on road.
And shenanigans, just Hank shenanigans. Yeah, but he was funny.
Sneaky, but he did provide plenty of entertainment.
Yes.
Ann says, "What is your coat size?" There are a few costume vintage shops around. I have no idea what my coat size. That's embarrassing, I guess, but.
You just hadn't been in any bougie funerals.
Yeah, I hadn't been to any bougie funeral, or nobody's gotten married. All my friends are already married. I'm old, so they're all like, "No, I've done that, never doing it again."
I was gonna say, some people get married more than one time.
RJ says, "Not the Macbeth look." And Ann says, "You sound like we're back. We are back in the South."
Back in the South.
How about a round of applause for Dixie? She's keeping us safe driving. Like this is new for her.
Keeping it between the mustard and the mayonnaise. You act like I don't ever drive.
She never drives.
I do.
Where's the last road trip you drove? Did you drive? When we went to Florida?
When we were in the I don't know if I did or not. Yes, I think I did for a little bit, but I know I drove when we went to Missouri.
Yeah.
And every time that MarDe goes to a show and he's had too much to drink, I drive.
Can y'all see the sunset?
You can flip the camera and it'll see it better. You know what I'm talking about? Like, tap on. Oh, it's right there. Yeah.
There it is. There's the sunset. Yeah. This is what Arkansas looks like right now. Pretty much all of it. Sheila, no, we're probably not. No, it's got us getting there at
4:27 in the morning.
Yeah, 4:27 a.m. arrival. So now we'll stop somewhere tonight and crash out.
We're hoping to get another 5 hours or so in tonight.
Yeah.
Which maybe we'll stop around 1 then or something like that.
Yeah, if we can get If we get 5 more hours in, that'll leave us about 4 hours to go, and that's doable. I hate driving all day long, showing up to the venue only to load in, sound check, and then perform. Um, so it's good if I can leisurely make my way to the venue and not have to stress out about it, not worry about traffic jams and stuff like that. Because if you wait to the last minute, or if I do, inevitably, what can go wrong?
It's gonna.
Will.
Did you bring your lights? Yeah, they're in the. Sorry.
Sorry.
Not that it would matter now. Rolling back.
Dave Mez in the house. What's going on, Dave?
Hey, Dave. I can just hear Dave's voice, like when I read his messages.
He's always
and
so
his
full
laugh.
of energy and stuff, too. I still see Fancy. She's still back here. Hey,
you can, I don't know if it'll make you disconnect, though. But
let's see what we got here.
Uh-oh. Went to one bar. Just a warning.
Yeah. It says, wow, what a pickle to be you walking around town bringing spring wherever you go.
Who?
Dick Sense says
Says that you
pickle.
bring.
I don't know. I think he says he's probably talking about you. I don't know how many spring flowers and stuff I bring with my presents.
Oh, like which Disney princess is it? They walk and like the flowers bloom behind them.
Sheila, what do you mean? She says such a princess when it comes to sound checks. I want it to sound right, to be right.
Heck yeah.
Lloyd says, good one to the right lane. You wonder about a blonde driving and talking at the same time. Okay.
Swipe up, hit cancel. Here you go.
All right. We're gonna need a tutorial
on
this.
Yeah. Y'all men joking about a blonde driving and talking and MarDe's.
Yeah, I'm not even driving. I'm just trying to figure out how to work YouTube. It should not be this hard to get on here and go live and have a conversation with your friends.
You're just fat fingering it.
Well,
you gotta finesse it a little bit.
I'll try to work on my finesse of scrolling, or just use the laptop. Except we got the laptop.
Oh yeah, I could have used that.
That would have been great.
Oh. No.
Well, we still got a little bit of light before it gets too dark. I'm having fun talking to y'all. Y'all got any more questions? Or
was there no more? You scrolled through all?
Yeah, I think I got all the questions that we had on there.
Keep scrolling. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Oh, there's something. How was the Nick? Damn. Well, I cannot tell a lie. The Nick was the Nick. It's the first time I played the Nick, I was super excited because you walk in and you think about all of the historic bands and stuff, legends, if you will, that have walked across that stage and played there. Fun fact, for those of you that don't know, the Red Hot Chili Peppers' first public concert ever was at the Nick in downtown Birmingham. So yeah, a lot of history there and stuff. It's a cool place. It sounds really good. I love the sound guy there. He and I, at first, he was just real dry. Great sound guy. Just not much personality, but I think I played 4 shows at the Nick now, and he's kind of warmed up, and we've got to be buddies. So the Nick's cool. I think it's more of a rock and roll bar now than the kind of music we play. The full band show that we do now has got a lot of rock and roll in it, but I still feel like the Nick's more of a metal bar. It's also late. It's a late night when you play the Nick. We don't even start until like 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern is when the first acts usually go on. So, but it used to be out. There's just never a lot of people at the Nick. It's hard to sell tickets there. We did a lot better at Sidetracks and Huntsville and Ghost Train over in Birmingham than we did at the Nick, which is generally the case. But who knows? Maybe we'll do the Nick show again. I don't.
Probably not. Signs point to no.
But there's tons of venues, man. There's tons of venues all over the country and stuff.
It's one of those that you like want the feather in your hat, but you're like, okay, I've done that now.
Once you've done it, it's there. But I just feel like people are more apt to come out to other venues in the Birmingham area. Yeah. These days, not really in the best location either. But
well, and you feel like you're gonna get bed bugs when you leave there or something.
Bed bugs?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Well, and then
Brian says, can't wait to see you in Indy. Yeah, man, I think we're going to have a really good turnout in Indianapolis, and I'm excited about that because I've been in the area a few times. I've done a couple shows up that way, but it seems like we got really good support in the Indianapolis area. So I know Dukes has been in touch and says that people have been asking about it, when it was going to be announced, and they seem to be excited. Now that we've added Forrest, McCurran, and the Daily Special,
They're good.
if you've ever seen Miss Margaret McCurran, she's the blonde-headed fiddle player. She was actually the fiddle player that was on stage when Jessica and I covered the John Prine song at the camp out.
She plays the drums.
She's
She
their
sings
drummer.
like an
She's their
angel.
fiddle
Like
player. She sings all their harmonies.
she
in
needs a
band,
pay
so,
raise.
Yeah. Just all of them are beautiful, special people and special talents. Forrest is a magnificent songwriter, great storyteller.
Yes.
They've got a phenomenal guitar player in their trio, and Margaret Smith's do it all. She holds it all down and keeps it all together. So to have them on the bill with us is a privilege and an honor. So anybody that is going to be in the Indy area and you haven't seen Forrest McCurran and the Daily Special, you're in for very excited to have them on the bill up. So
For sure.
let's see. That was Nick. Can you see an Indy? All right, Lloyd's got to go. See you later, Lloyd.
Bye, Lloyd.
Take care too, man. And I hope your mom is all better soon, man.
Oh.
And we're back. I think we lost half of y'all. Can y'all still hear me now?
That's where you got to tell
Yeah, he
Jake.
said that he used to work in production, so I said the Nick was always something else. It's something. Said, wondering who edited your brilliant Florida videos. That would be a very, very good friend of mine by the name of Josh Sturgis. Josh and I worked together a long time ago at a company called Intercall. It was the largest conferencing provider in the world. And then later after that, we ended up working together again for the state of Alabama in the school system, doing IT support. And I knew Josh liked editing. He does paramotor stuff, so he's the guy that floats around the sky with a parachute on above his head and an engine and propeller on his back. And when he got into that, he started editing his own videos, and he put a channel out. And I thought he was doing really, really well with his own videos, and so we talked about it. I told him that I was shooting all this footage, and I had this footage of the Pinhoti and this incredible footage of all kinds of cool stuff, wildlife, and everything on the Florida Trail. And he was excited about, working on that and getting better with his editing skills. And I think he's come a long way already just from when we started this project. But yeah, Josh Sturgis, and he's done a phenomenal job at this point. So hopefully we will get those back coming out very, very soon, because I'm excited. Like, some of the footage I've even forgot about. So every week when he sends me one to
It's a
review,
surprise.
it's a surprise. I get excited and make sure that I don't say anything or do anything too stupid, because there's a lot of that on there too. I don't edit a whole lot out, man. I just shoot and then send it to him instead of deleting it. So there's no telling what you're liable to see before that trail's over with. RJ says, I'm thinking of a Western style suit. Would look good with MarDe Brooks hat, but not sure I can get in. Sure, I can get that in Louisville. Surely you can find that in Louisville. I know you
RJ's
can find a
gonna
MarDe
get
Brooks hat.
spiffied up.
I know you already have one, but if you lose it, I got your back, RJ. I got your back. War Eagle to you guys. I grew up in Auburn and still have family there.
Awesome. War Eagle.
War Eagle to you. And this is a Caveman OS. That's the same one that was asking about big stuff. Used to run sound and stuff. Yeah, we're both big Auburn fans, so
yeah.
Most people get on and tell us Roll Tide just because we're from Alabama.
Yeah, but
we don't hate you for it though.
And I think both of us used to be the type of people that, if Auburn lost, our day was shot. We'd be mad or whatever, and it's just like, they play again, and then they play again, and then the next year they do it again, and they do it again, and it's just, we still cheer them on and everything, but if we got something better going on that day, we just have to, whatever.
Although we did stay on top of a mountain on the Pinhoti to watch the Auburn Alabama game for
Yes,
about
we
4
did.
hours. It was terrible, terrible.
And then we
game.
had to night hike, and then it was cold, and yeah, Fancy was mad.
But we will do it.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a way.
Who we got here? Robin Woodall said, "What's up? Hey y'all, I'm late but made it. Whoop whoop."
Yay!
I like whoop whoops.
Ooh, sorry about all the disconnecting stuff. God, that's
Okay,
pretty.
Sheila said, "Wait, what did you do full time before going full time, or what did you do for work before going full time in music?" So I've done a lot of things, man. Had a lot of jobs, but I didn't just jump around like every few months and stuff. But I'd stay somewhere 4 or 5 years and move on to something that I felt like was more interesting or more financially rewarding. Um, but I've done a little bit of everything. I got a pretty extensive background in sales. I've sold insurance. I've sold motorcycles, sport utility vehicles, ATVs, watercraft, stuff like that. I've sold cars. Uh, Probably like selling cars the least out of all of it. Uh, but they got that, and then if I wasn't in sales, the majority of my background has been in the IT industry, uh, both in desktop, tier 2 support, and I've done remote support where we supported about, gosh, I don't know, 2,500, 3,000 sales staff remotely. I've done video engineering support with Polycom and Tandberg units. So yeah, I've done a lot of things, but I even worked in the service department for a little while at the Chevrolet store. But yeah, I've done a lot of stuff. But I worked for the state of Alabama in the IT department when
Like your last job.
that was my last job, and that's probably the best benefits I ever had. Blue Cross Preferred Gold insurance. I think our insurance premiums were somewhere between $1,000 and $1,200 a month. They cost us about $75 a month or something like that. But had great insurance and retirement and all kinds of time off and 4-day work weeks through the summer and stuff. So it was a pretty great job. But I still found myself sitting at my desk most every day, mind wondering about how to get to this stage and how to get to that stage. And, when am I going to go cut this album? I'd rather be at home writing songs right now. And so those emotions and those feelings ended up taking over and consuming my thoughts completely. And I knew that if I didn't go try to chase my dream now, that I was never going to do it. And so yeah, I just called it quits, man. I went to West Virginia, recorded a record, and I'm going to stand on the red carpet next month to hopefully receive an award for Album of the Year. But even if we don't win, it's an honor and privilege just to be in the final cut. Top 24 out of 36,000 submissions, or over 36,000, 38,000, something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That's a big deal, man. There's a lot of people out there making art and putting their heart and soul into songs and music and creation. And, so to be recognized as one of the best, at least out of what they have submitted this year, it's an honor and a privilege. I know we're up against a couple people that are on American Idol that have released albums this year, so we'll see. But we're going to go have fun regardless. At least pitching forward to know who MarDe Brooks is for a day, right?
That's right.
Especially if
We're coming for you, Dolly.
Especially if I find a cool ass purple suit. Yeah, maybe we'll see Dolly. I'm sure she'll have us by if we
Go have some tea
if we just let her know.
and cookies with her.
Who we got? It says hello from Huntsville, Alabama.
Hey.
Gunnar Radcliffe. Hello. I'm just in Huntsville
Yeah.
the other night. Play show at Sidetracks. Robin Woodall says, "MarDe, I've been listening to your music a lot lately. Great stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much. The spins matter. Yeah, if y'all don't already follow me on Spotify or Apple Music, just click that follow button. It makes a difference. Trust me, it helps. Keep us in the algorithm so that people can hear the music." RJ says, "We all cheered for Cam Newton going to the Patriots, but he pissed in our beers."
He is a crybaby. He's a sore loser.
He does cry a little bit.
It was hard for him. He was used to all I do is win, win, win.
Yeah. State jobs are good jobs, no doubt. Yeah, they are. You go to work for the state, though. and then all of a sudden you're one of the 18 around for a one-man job with your hands in your pocket. I feel like a lot of money's wasted there, but it is what it is. When you're in the job though, yeah, it's pretty gravy. Yes, Lisa, there are better rewards than money, and the financial part, I knew that if I made the leap and I quit the job and gave up the security of the paycheck every month, that things were going to be different. I got into the music business for the money, and if you ever do it for the money, then you're not going to last.
You'd be very disappointed.
You're not going to last. And even the people that you see that are swimming in money, they probably don't have as much money as you think they do, but even the ones that are extremely rich and well off, like it takes a long time to get there, and I think a lot of stars have to align, for you to make it to that kind of status. So, but what I also realize is, you don't have to make $100 million a year to be successful in music, and in a lot of ways, I define what I've done up to this point as successful because I didn't have to clock out of work today before I got on this live Q&A with you guys. And I'm in vehicle headed to Nebraska to play Buck's Bar and Grill. I open for Red Shahan and then go do this practice. So just all the things I get to do are so rewarding. And so as long as I can keep...
see a new state?
Yeah, I've never been to Nebraska, so I've never played there, never been there. We're going to knock both of those things out. And so if I can keep my head above water and stay afloat long enough that the financial part's not such a struggle, then it will have all been worth it for sure. And we're not that far away from it. In one aspect, we're not that far. In another aspect, we are. But I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to play every show I can play and spread the music as far across the country as I can spread it around the world. So all the people that are on from other countries, if you're still on, whatever, share it with your friends. It doesn't matter where the spins come from. We just want the spins, man. We want to get the music in front of as many ears as possible. And so yeah, in a lot of ways, this is already a success. It's not a financial success, but it's successful as far as the reward to my soul and to my existence has been so far. It's the coolest thing I've ever done is wrote an album and recorded and released it to the world. And no matter what happens from this point going forward, nobody can take that away from me.
And it was worth it.
Yeah.
Like it was worth quitting.
I was able to share the stories of my life and some very personal thoughts in song with a lot of people. And so I have a legacy. I may have more than one, but I at least have that musical legacy that, like I said, can never be taken away from me. And it's out there. It's accessible from any market in the world that you can get music on. So that's a pretty damn cool thing, I think.
Amen.
Yeah, I went on a long tangent there, so I don't know if you're looking for all that. But Lisa, I do agree.
Struck a nerve.
Yeah. Let's see. Lisa always has good wisdom and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Except to leave the animals alone. At least I have to play with animals to get the footage that y'all are gonna get to see eventually from the Florida Trail. Like, if you try to put yourself on the inside of an alligator's mouth, that makes for a really cool shot.
He did not do that.
Y'all
not
see.
When I was around.
Y'all be the judge. Yes, Robin says you and Dixie following your dreams together. Yeah, it's a cool thing. I feel very fortunate for both of us to have the kind of jobs that allow us the flexibility to work remotely and to travel and
literally remotely, because I was working in that seat and then we switched spots for him to do the Q&A, and then whenever y'all hang up, I'll get back over there.
Oh, for sure. As soon as this is over, that's why I'm like, yeah, y'all will stay on as long as you want. As soon as it's over, I'm going back to the captain's seat.
It's fine.
But she does help.
Kidding.
So when she'll type my social media posts and stuff for me when we go down the road. So I can still get things done while driving.
Yes. We are a team.
When are you playing in Nashville? I don't know.
Nothing booked right now.
I don't have anything booked right now in Nashville, but as I mentioned, my band's in Nashville, so if we can get something in that area, that'll certainly help the pocketbook a lot, not having to have them travel super far. But not really looking for anything downtown, no Broadway stuff. It's not my cup of tea. I do think we have a valuable product, and I refuse to pay anybody money to play my songs. That to me is insane. Also,
they don't let you play your songs, though, do they?
Yeah, that's just it. And a lot of these places give you a set list. It's like, yeah, you can play here. It's going to cost you $50 an hour or whatever to play, and then here's the set of 300 songs you have to choose from. And so if y'all know anything about me and my music at all, you know that is not going to fly with me. That's not going to work. So, so I'm not looking for the Broadway stuff. There's also a misconception that you get noticed, and there are record executives and talent scouts and stuff down on Broadway looking for new acts. And I'm not saying that there never are, but that's not going to happen. It's not the way you're going to make it in the music business in Nashville. Now, what Nashville does offer is a ton of musicians. So if you're looking for people to work with, whether it's writing or performing or whatever, there's a lot of that in Nashville. Probably more in Nashville than any other spot that I've been in the world. But there's certainly connections to be made in Nashville. I'm not saying that I would never make a record in Nashville or anything crazy like that. I'm just not looking for the Broadway shows and stuff. I'm going to do more venue type stuff. Maybe working toward doing shows at a place like Third and Lindsay and stuff like that. So, or the Basement. I know the Basement, it wasn't that one that got destroyed, so I don't know if they're rebuilding that. But venues of that type in Nashville are certainly on the radar and things that we're looking for in the future.
I wear my sunglasses.
It's getting dark. Yeah, and I can read this way better. Jeff and Lucy back says, live to be happy.
Yes.
For sure, man. You only get one time around, right?
Ha. You can't play that one, can you?
No.
You need a capo for that one.
Let's see. There's a reason why Johnny Cash had been everywhere. Yeah, I've been everywhere.
I was thinking that when you were saying where you worked. It's like, I've worked everywhere, man.
Jack May says you're both inspirational. Keep going.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think either one of us have any plans in the immediate future to stop.
No. You got to eat.
If Dixie's musical career continues to blow up, maybe I'll just get on her tour bus and follow her.
He's signing a record tomorrow, a record deal.
Robin said MarDe Brooks live from inside an alligator's mouth. Pretty much. So I got close enough and I was in trouble. Not by the alligator, by the Dixie. I wanted to pick it up.
No, I hope that didn't.
It was about a 4 or 5 footer, and I tried.
No, he wanted to grab it by the tail, and he was like, I don't think the alligators can reach their tails with their mouths. And I was like, this is probably information that you should be sure about before you just grab an alligator by its tail. He's like, but I think if I just grab it and start running with it, it'll be all right. And I just said, you need your hands to play music. That's stupid. Yeah. And he was really contemplating this, actually.
Yeah. Brian says, I was late. Where are you heading? And are you playing? And then Pigeon Forge question mark. So, heading to Nebraska right now.
Venice. We're heading to Venice.
Yeah, we're heading to
Nebraska.
Venice. Yeah, that sounds way cool. We're headed to Venice. We're headed to Venice, Nebraska to play Buck's Bar and Grill. It's a little legendary dive bar / restaurant that a lot of songwriters that I look up to a lot have come through, still go through Buck's and play. So
excited to eat the food there. They post pictures of the food.
And so that ought to be good. And then I got a private party. And then the Pigeon Forge thing, I'm actually not performing at the Josie Awards, but maybe next year. We'll see. We'll see if we get nominated for anything next year. Depends on what I release between now and then. But I wanted to play it. It just wasn't in the cards right now to get all that worked in, along with everything else that we had to get worked in too. So just had to prioritize things, and I need to clear my schedule so that I could even attend the event. But wasn't able to get the whole band stuff out there this time. Robin says Austin, Texas has a great live music scene. Come on now. Yeah, so my best friend Rich lives down that way, and we definitely want to get into the Texas music scene. I want to visit Austin bad, so
I've only popped in real quick. Actually, when I was on the way out to that national championship when Auburn played in Arizona, I just popped in and was like, "Oop, I saw Austin," and then that was it.
Yeah. So yes, Texas is a huge state in the music world, and definitely something that's on our radar. We definitely want to get out in Texas and stuff. But you guys can help more than you know if you are a patron to any of these venues that have live music, and we're looking for stuff with stages and stuff, not on the floor in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So I just not necessarily looking for bars. It's okay if it's a bar venue, but by that there'll be a nice sized bar there, and then they'll have stage. And pretty much rule of thumb is if they have a sound guy, then it's a venue, and that's what we're looking for. Places that provide house sound with a door guy, with sound guy.
Yeah.
But if you have any connections to any places like that, please reach out and let me know. Myself or somebody with MarDe Brooks Music will reach out to them and shoot them a pitch, man. Because again, we're trying somebody else. Now we're trying our best, seriously, to stretch it out, man. Like there's not a state in the country that I don't want to play. I'm even looking forward to going to Hawaii and Alaska. Other countries too. I'm not against the European tour. I don't know how COVID affects that right now with quarantines and stuff, but as soon as that travel's easy, yeah, man, I'd love to go overseas.
Does that say empty nose?
It may have. We'll see in just a second. I'd wrestle a gator. That's what Chad says. Hell yeah,
Don't
Chad.
encourage him,
Chad. We'll wrestle one together. How about
Chad.
that, dude? If we go at the same time on him, like I'm sure, up to 6 or 7 feet, we can whoop his ass. I feel like it. Just want to wear him out. We don't want to hurt him. Don't let him misunderstand me.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah, at least I don't really mean
Get him.
whoop him. We'll just wear him out, and then we'll have him for picture time.
God.
Robin says you need your hands to play music. This is stupid. Words of wisdom from Dixie. Yeah.
Logic. Yeah, just try to use logic.
Yeah.
Marty's the emotional one. I'm the logical one.
I am emotional. Patrick, what's up?
I was right.
MT knives in the house. If y'all don't own an MT knife, you need to get you one.
An MT knife's nice.
Yeah, man. My neck
Patrick,
knife
I took some pictures for you.
My neck
Before
knife
anyone thinks that's weird, sorry, I took pictures of his knife.
When Dixie gets through with the Q&A.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to let him know. Okay, sorry.
My neck knife that Patrick makes. I actually have the homemade Wanderlust brand. My favorite knife, for sure. Yeah, Edition, not brand. But, yeah, they're super cool. Everybody needs a neck knife. Patrick can hook you up. Patrick, let them know. You can put on here where to find your website.
www.mtknives.net.
There you go. Dixie answered for you. www.mtknives.net.
He was going to do the .com. Don't know if he ever did, but he'll have it rerouted if it's .com now. But .net, for sure.
Okay. All right, Lisa. Have a good night. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you soon. She said make good choices. I used to tell my kids that. RJ says gators can do 180 faster than you can think. Yeah, I know that now.
Yeah, we looked it up. They can definitely touch their tail with their mouths. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, when I squatted down beside the 8-footer and it thrashed and came down in the water, I thought
you didn't squat down beside it.
Across the creek.
Okay, there's a difference.
It was enough that I almost needed new underwear.
It felt like it was beside you.
It was bad, yeah. Look, Patrick says he'd wrestle a gator with us. We got 3 now.
Oh my God. Y'all go ahead. Well, Patrick,
this is a great idea for a video.
Patrick and Chad live in the same state, so next time you go to Missouri, just take a gator up there.
I don't know how many gators in Missouri, but maybe there's a zoo there that we can go and check their gators out, and I'm sure that with my smooth talking, I'll get us in there and we can wrestle it. And
smooth talking.
What a great idea for a video. This is going to be viral.
You'll have fun.
Will Jess do any more treks with Montana or her mom?
There are no plans at this point, but Montana did promise me an overnight trip at some point. And Mom wants to go again. She doesn't want to go for a long trip.
There's the zebra place.
Is it? It is.
We just passed the zebra place.
I don't see any zebras, though. There's some horses.
Man, I told y'all about the zebras, then we passed the place. That means we had to go through the arch. Did you not see that?
I didn't see. Did you not see it?
We'll pass the arch over here, but then we'll be able to tell these people
I was going to tell
what town this is in.
We're south of Imboden. Imbodon. Imbodden.
Imboden, Arkansas, a little bit south
of it is where the zebra place is.
So check it out. Imboden, Arkansas. Imboden. Arkansas.
We're
Google
on
that.
US 63.
Google that, and I bet you'll find something about zebras. And there's an old ambulance sitting out there where the zebras used to stand too.
Okay.
Let's see. Suzanne says, I love my neck knife.
Is that Heatherly?
Yes, it is. Suzanne Heatherly. Sheila says, sound and door guy equals venue. That's right, Sheila. Spot on. Chad says, heck yeah, and one day he'll get a neck. Chad, you have to have a neck knife before you can go wrestle gators. That's a prerequisite. Because in the event that shit goes awry and the gator has my right arm or left arm, I'm going to need that you have that knife to save me, okay? In case he swallows my knife. Got to have a empty neck knife to gator wrestle. RJ says, I was talking to Ethan about the Phoenix Hill Tavern closed, and he told me a story about how he got banned for life. His picture was on the wall.
Oh my gosh, that's young Ethan?
Yeah. Ethan, there's a lot about Ethan you don't know, apparently. He's told RJ more than I think that he told.
Oh,
RJ, we'll talk about this story.
Because all I've ever known is Big Teddy Bear Ethan, who makes the best deep fried ravioli and tacos in the world.
Patrick says it cannot be any worse than the time he wrestled a bull. I'd rather wrestle a gator than a bull, I think. Tim McGraw says if you mess with a bull, he'll get real mean.
Oh my God, get out of here.
And,
look, there's Virgie's.
Yeah, follow you to Virgie's place. Let's see. You grab the jaws of the gator and hold them closed, not the tail. Oh, well, damn, man, you should have told me that before I started hiking. RJ says he'll be the one who calls 911. We're going to need somebody
Okay,
for
that's
that.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Patrick says, watch the road, Dixie. I guess they saw you swerve there a little bit.
Swerving. Yeah, I probably did. Well, I keep looking down to see if I'm not missing my thing because MarDe won't let me have the sound on to tell me when I'm supposed to turn, so.
M. Elizabeth says, MarDe.
Oh, because I said, it says empty knives. Maybe that's why. No, it was after. Anyway, okay.
Jesus. Can I finish reading this?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Says MarDe, your music is beautiful, and I know you will have a great career. You two are sweet together.
He's not sweet, though.
I'm the sweetest person in the world.
Sweet as a lemon.
And you're the luckiest girl in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She don't love me that much, though.
I do.
It's all an act she puts on each.
Oh, yeah.
Robin says, MarDe, do you have any favorite music artists that aren't mainstream? Yes, I do. And what a fantastic question. Let's talk about them. So, first one is somebody that I don't think I've mentioned to any of you before. I've been aware of this artist for a little while, and I have heard a couple of his songs, but I never delved into his music. I knew that he had a really good voice, but had the pleasure of doing a couple shows on this run with Mr. Nolan Taylor. He's in the Cincinnati area, and look him up. It's Nolan, Nolan, Taylor, Taylor. You can find him on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all those places. He only has, I think, 4 or 5 songs out right now, but he is about to drop a new record, a full-length record. And I'll go ahead and say absolutely top 3 voices in the game right now for me, and that's from the bottom to the top. It's just a unique voice. What would you compare his voice to?
I don't know. He said Ray LaMontagne, but a lot of y'all might not know who he is. But Ray LaMontagne is my jam.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound just like him, but he has that kind of finesse.
Like the dreamy kind of thing going or something.
But he's an incredible songwriter. He's also a super sweet human being. So Nolan Taylor is somebody to put on your radar. You can write it down that MarDe said this on August the 12th, 2021. Nolan Taylor will be a superstar one day. Kid's got the goods. So that's one that's not very well known. That's on their way up. As I said before, Forrest McCurran, the Daily Special, they have been studio recently and cut a record, so be looking for that to come out soon. They do not have any music you can find right now online. But I love them, and I will be letting people know when their record is ready. Rich Henderson, if y'all don't know him,
R-I-T-C-H.
It's R-I-T-C-H, Henderson. He is not only my best friend in the world. He and I have been coming up through this whole music thing together, but he is also a dynamic songwriter. He's got a big voice that filled up the room, and his full band show is pretty impressive. Does that bother you?
Mm-mm.
His full band show is pretty impressive.
Might I recommend?
Good.
I was gonna say the song that I recommend if you just gonna go look one up, if it's only for tonight, because sometimes it's hard, when you just name an artist, but like that's a pretty solid song.
Yeah, if it's only for tonight, it's a good
Yeah.
one. All of his out there are good. He's got 5 or 6 out right now. But while we were at Rose Music Hall in this last run, it sounded so killer in there. The sound guy recognized it and hit the record button from the soundboard. So he has Rich's entire set recorded, and we reviewed it and stuff. Rich reviewed it. We all listened to it in the van, and I think they're gonna release that as a live record, which is gonna be super cool. But definitely look up Rich Henderson if you aren't aware of him. I think that's another. If you like my music, you're gonna dig his. He co-wrote "Liar," "Fifth by Noon," and "Down the Road" with me. We actually wrote all 3 of those songs and one more in one day, afternoon, sitting on the Chattahoochee River. But yeah, Rich is an incredible songwriter, incredible singer. Um, Somebody else I'm into big time is Nicholas Jamerson. He's in Kentucky. Um, Still an independent artist, no record deal or anything, but his voice is beautiful. You like Nicholas Jamerson's voice? Yeah.
It's unique when I hear it because he'll listen to stuff. We're driving and I'm working on stuff, and I'm like, oh, I know who that is. That's just one of those that you. So those are the
Nicholas Jamerson, and then the other songwriter that I've really been into a lot lately is a guy by the name of Benjamin Todd.
yes.
He's also out of the Cincinnati, Kentucky area, somewhere around there.
Using Again.
Yeah, Using Again is a good one. But so Benjamin Todd and his TOD, but Benjamin Todd also is in a band called the Lost Dog Street Band, and it's a trio. Super cool band too. But his songwriting and voice is great. So
He almost sounds like Irish or something. Not Irish, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But those artists there, I feel like if I give you any more, it's just going to be overload.
Yeah.
But if you check those out, if we'd had this conversation about 6 or 7 months ago, I would have said Morgan Wade, but Morgan Wade just signed a record deal with Sony Records. So,
I have been wearing her music out. Oh,
yeah,
one more.
she's
Alex Williams.
Yeah, Alex Williams. So I've mentioned
Look
Alex.
up Freak Flag.
Yeah, Freak Flag's a good one. Alex Williams is a very deep country voice, and when you hear his voice and then you see his face, it doesn't look like the voice comes out of the body. But he and his whole band and management team are super awesome. They've been really kind to us out on the road and opened some doors for us and given us some hands up and opportunities. So Alex Williams, definitely check him out. I also have in my phone his brand new record that they're not done with yet with the mix. So I have previewed it, and it's really good. So he's got another album coming out. I feel like by the end of this year will be released. So yeah, man, check those out. And I'd like to hear back. I'd like to hear your thoughts on all of them. But I think you'll enjoy everybody that we mentioned. Um, they're all heaters for sure. Let's see.
And if you want to hear a really good cover of Rebel Yell, look up Justin Clyde
Yeah,
Williams.
if you want to hear Rebel Yell, if you want to hear the best cover of Rebel Yell you've ever heard, when you get off of this, stay on YouTube and look up Justin Clyde, Clyde Williams, Rebel Yell.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It's in black and white. I think it's at Red
just
Arrow
him
Studios.
with
It's just him and a
his
guitar,
acoustic,
and it is a phenomenal
Yeah.
cover. Justin plays guitar with me some.
He has his
He
own
also
music.
co-wrote Memories with Billy and I, and my new song we used to.
When I hit that, it just seems
There
like
we
it's.
go.
I don't know why that. See, it's like a little trick.
I'm back. If y'all are still there, so. But anyway, yes. If you look those artists up, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by all of them. Jackie says, "Hey, so fun to see you guys." Hey, Jackie. And Lawson says, I didn't want the wrath of Dixie. Plus, I love your music.
For what?
What was the wrath of Dixie for, Ann? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep up with everything.
Dixie doesn't have wrath. Actually.
Robin says, "MarDe, do you have any favorite music artists that aren't okay mainstream?" Yes, I guess I skipped over Ann's before accidentally.
Rude.
So answer that. Robin says, "Definitely gonna check them out." Sheila said, "Could you post a list of these artists? Where would you like for me to post it, Sheila? Because I don't mind. I don't mind listing those names.
You could.
Wyatt Baker out
Oh
of Oklahoma. I
yeah.
need to throw Wyatt Baker in. He's got a really beautifall song called
Oh,
Spun.
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 Yes.
There is a recording of that on Facebook, so you can go to Facebook, search Wyatt Wyatt Baker. That's a friend of mine out of Oklahoma, and he's got a great singing voice, great songwriter too. Tell me where you want that posted, Sheila, and I'll be happy to post that.
What I was
Maybe
wondering.
I can put it in the notes of this.
Well, I was gonna say you can probably go comment on this video when we get done, or you can put it in the video description.
Yeah. I'll just make a comment on this video after it's over. It won't let me write any right now, I don't think, or at least if it does, I'm not going to try. I don't want to lose all.
Yeah.
Ann says Justin is an amazing performer. He is. He's a great storyteller, and he's funny as hell on stage.
He is. He has a great stage presence. Like, he's so good live. Yeah,
RJ says it's in the Red Arrow YouTube channel. And Ann says Gators.
Oh, at the Wrath of Dixie.
Oh.
What'd you say?
She was going to tell me how to handle the Gators.
Oh.
Now we're with you.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have gotten the wrath over too if I would have tried it, got my arm bit, and ruined the trip. Certainly.
I'd have kept hiking.
She would have been. I don't care what Ann told me.
I think I told you do that. Like, I'm not. You gonna go to the hospital? I'm keeping hiking.
Yeah, she's gonna send me to the hospital and keep hiking.
I'll drop you off, get you there, make sure you're stable, and then I'll be like, well, Doc, take care of him.
Yeah.
Well, because that'd have been your fault.
Yeah. Are you gonna take me and drop me off on the Pinhoti soon so I can finish it?
Whenever you're ready, I'll meet you with lunch and.
That's gonna be awesome.
Rub your feet.
I swear. Y'all heard her say it.
Okay.
It's gonna be good support.
We'll
have a supported 70-mile trek on the Pinhoti. I've got to knock it out, y'all. I cannot not complete that through hike. So if I don't get it done, I've got to look. It's by November the something. I don't know exactly.
Right after your birthday.
So definitely got to finish it up. We don't want to almost have a through hike of the Pinhoti. Too close to not finish that. So yeah, man, that's what all's been going on with us. Who else has got any more questions, man? Y'all ask them, because if you don't, I'm gonna have to drive. I'm depending on you.
You can play another song.
Yeah, I need a capo.
You don't have any more you can play open?
Maybe. Ann says another feeling about completing a whole hike. It makes you want to plan to finish. Yeah. You just. I don't really have time to go finish it right now, but it's got to get done. It's too hot to do it in the middle of the summertime too.
Ari does it.
Robert says, MarDe, were you a big hiker before, or did Dixie bring it out of you? Definitely Dixie brought it out of me. I didn't really hike at all. I've been on a couple day hikes and stuff, walking around like Chewacla Park and around Lake West Point, which is close to the house where I live. I've hiked some of those little 4 or 5 mile trails, but never any real hiking. With a backpack with all my gear and camping equipment and all that stuff. So yeah, it was definitely something that, honestly, the night I met her and she told me what she did, I just kind of looked at her like, all right. I mean, whatever floats your boat. You had an engineering job and just to go walk around the woods. I don't know, it seemed real weird, but very intriguing. I knew she was a different and special individual, so I definitely wanted to know more about her and this lifestyle and stuff. So, but yeah, she's the reason that I backpack now.
Yeah.
It's addictive though. Once you start it, it's hard to stop wanting to go.
It is.
There's so many beautiful things to see, and
a lot that you can only go see by your feet.
Yeah, by feet. There's no other way to get to it. And I guess you could sit around and just watch the videos of somebody else doing it all the time, which is fun and entertaining, but it's cooler to go do it.
It's better in 3D, and two, I mean, you don't always, like, you can't capture everything. And I've told MarDe that we'll go to capture something, or we know we can't capture it well, and it's just like, dang. And I always say, well, you got to keep some for yourself, because you go out there and you do the work. So not everything gets shared. Some of them you just keep for you.
And honestly, sometimes you just want to put the camera or the phone down for just a minute and just
take
really
it in.
Absorb what you're witnessing and where you are. And,
yeah.
You just recognize your existence in this enormous planet and universe. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's,
You're just a fart in the wind,
yeah,
basically.
being out there in the woods, walking around and stuff, I think you kind of realize how insignificant you are to the world. Um, Not to your family and friends stuff, they all love you, but just like if you're out there hiking and the mountain swallows you up, or the woods swallow you up, or the river swallows you up, or the bear swallows you up, like the sun's going to come up tomorrow, the world's going to keep going, the wind's going to blow, the leaves are going to change, like none of that's going to stop. And so you get this feeling of just how vast and how big everything is. You're traveling by foot, you're not zooming by everything on a car, so it just puts that in perspective. Kind of like deep sea fishing. So if any of you have ever done that, once you go 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 50 miles out into the ocean, all you see is blue water in every direction. And you're on this big boat, or it was a big boat at the dock, but now this giant boat's just this tiny little speck floating out in this enormous body of water. And you're a tiny little speck on that tiny little speck. And so that also puts into perspective
how small and fragile
how
we are.
small and really fragile, small, and insignificant. Really.
And at the mercy of Mother Nature.
Yeah, totally. So, um, but again, like I said it earlier, I think backpacking and carrying everything that you need to survive on your back and walking through the woods and stuff with very little to no contact with the outside world is life changing in a positive way. And I think anybody that can do it should definitely go do it at some point.
I approve that message.
Dixie approves that message. RJ says you just need a raw chicken leg and a good arm. Throw the chicken in one direction and run the other.
My gosh.
Play a cover tune by Sheila. All right, might do that.
Yeah.
Chance says, yep, I'm ready to go back at it.
Yeah.
Robin says the big thing for me hiking is I always want to see what's around the next man. Yeah, for real.
Just beyond the river bend.
That is fun in the mountains and stuff. I've only got to hike one trail with mountains, and they were kind of sissy mountains
trying to kill us.
compared to some of the ones that Jessica's seen. But we're going to go out west soon. We're going to see Colorado at least for sure coming up soon. Yeah, Robin says it's definitely addicting. It is.
Worst things to be addicted to, though.
Let's do what cover song? Sheila.
One without a capo. Or any of Arlo's no capo, or...
We can do.
Hey! Okay.
The only thing certain is we end up alone. Pick up the pieces of our once happy home. She took all my records, the hits she unknowns. She took all the eagles, she took all the beats, she took all the stones.
And the Hank Williams.
Lonely ain't easy. Lonely ain't kind. Lonely won't leave me. She's a good friend of mine. What you saying, Hank Williams?
And the Hank Williams, for sure. The Fleetwood Mac. Also.
Nine years of my life, I'll never get back. Ain't it funny how the good times never outweigh the bad? Now that diamond couldn't cut through all the problems we had. I was always gone, she was all alone. What chance do we have? Lonely ain't easy. Lonely ain't kind. Lonely won't leave me. She's a good friend of mine. I follow the rules. I've played my part. And all I
Reword in.
Hey.
Oh, did it come back?
Yeah. No matter how hard I try, it won't seem to start. She said I'll always love you. She said I'll never leave you. Death to us part. Lonely ain't easy. Lonely ain't kind. Lonely me. She said every morning I get home. She's a good friend of mine.
That's so
And when I get home, sometimes I wish lonely would leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Yay! Just leave me alone, lonely.
Sorry about the interruption in the middle of that. I did pick up right where we left off. Yeah. I think we had some comments. So we said, all right, let's see. Hiking in Texas isn't the best. Colorado is epic. Would you agree?
I've never been hiking in Texas, but I've heard Big Bend is pretty nice in Texas. But Colorado, I mean, if we're just talking about epicness of what you see, for sure, hands down, would I think be better. But I mean, better is relative, right? You know.
Yeah.
So.
Patrick says the grill's fired up and we'll stop by for dinner.
Right.
Yeah, Patrick.
I don't know that we'll be his way though. Oh my God, I wish.
Yeah. Patrick, you in Springfield, Missouri? Nature absorbs. That's Jack. Sheila gave us the green heart.
Oh,
Sheila. Thank you, RJ. RJ says that's his favorite cover.
I love that, yes.
I am
And when he and Rich
Gravity
do that
here.
together, their voices make babies in the air.
Me and Rich, our voices make babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the air,
Freaky
they do.
little
Babies
voices.
just fall out of the air when they
Fall
sing
out.
together.
That's how the stork gets them.
That's how the stork picks them up.
If your kids ask how the stork gets the babies, you just tell them it's
MarDe and Rich's voice.
They fall out of the sky and the
Their
storks
voices,
catch them in this little bundle.
Yeah, they just make babies in the air.
Yep. There you go. Solved some life problems for people
Yep.
that are having a hard time figuring out how to discuss that with your kids.
My parents just showed me a video. It's called Where Did I Come From? It was like a little cartoon thing.
Oh boy.
And then they got under the covers and it was moving around and then it explains the egg and the sperm.
Chad said, I didn't know we were talking about that on that. Chad says he loves Springfield, Missouri. I don't know. I think I've driven through Springfield. I don't know that I've ever hung out in Springfield.
I bet this truck driver's tired of me being behind
Sheila
him.
says, yay. Patrick is not far from Springfield. I thought you was up by St. Louis. Honestly, Patrick, I don't have a clue where we are. I haven't been driving. I know that we're,
We
actually, I
are.
don't even know what state I'm in. I'm either in Arkansas or Missouri.
I think no, it hasn't told us welcome to Missouri.
Oh, yeah. So I think I'm still in Arkansas.
We're near Hardy. Near Hardy, Arkansas. Hardy.
Hardy, Arkansas. That's where we are.
Currently.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Wait, is this auto thing on? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But, okay.
For you.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna flip them on now and be a jerk. But as soon as they pass, I'll.
Bouncer Bridge. Wait, did you say she took out a fake tooth the night you met her? Michael, that is exactly.
Yeah. So that one is fake. The one to the left of my left front tooth, the one right next to it.
Incisor, I believe is what they're called. If you want the dental term. But yeah, she had this
a flipper.
A flipper.
Is what it's called.
Looks like a retainer thing, and I was sitting there, and she just pops this tooth down, and she's kind of wiggling it. I was like, "Wait, what the?"
Or is it a flapper? It's a flipper.
What the hell just happened? And
yeah, I was like.
Her sister was mortified and just like, "Oh my god."
Like, I'm sorry that my sister's this way, and it wasn't even like, oh, she's drunk. It's just like she's just.
Yeah, and then she hops up and goes to the bathroom and leaves us at the table to discuss amongst ourselves. So like, she had no shame at all. Like,
no.
Here's my missing tooth.
Well,
check it
because
out.
eventually. Yeah, I mean.
Hopefully, anyway, if we went any further than the Waffle House.
Yeah. So I mean, I just. Let some like maybe dentures freak people out. So like I'm gonna give you the full disclosure. You gonna know. And if it freaks you out and you don't like dogs or you don't like being outside, then it just ain't gonna work. But I would flip it out right now, but the braces are holding it on, so I don't have it. I have a fake tooth on the wire now. But the whole reason for the braces is so I can get an implant and I don't have to worry about the flipper because it broke off on prom night and on the way to a Chris Knight concert and a lot of other times, like the week of a funeral, 2 funerals, like a lot of bad times. So anyway.
Now you don't have to worry about it anymore.
No, I don't. Well, eventually I'll have to.
RJ says if you ever went to Springfield, you would have seen Bass Pro. It covers multiple blocks and acres of tracker boats. Sounds like my kind of spot.
Well, we'll be going through, but.
So you're gonna get us a boat?
No.
Thought that's what that meant.
With I don't know. Yeah, I was like, what? I can't even come up with something that would get that.
Thank you, Patrick. Patrick says great play and enjoyed it.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll see you soon, regardless, Patrick.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
Been a long time
since a rocky road. We need to see Winston too. I haven't seen him. I haven't on Winston withdrawals.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah, it has been. Well, is there anything else y'all want to talk about tonight? Any more questions about the music, upcoming stuff? Again, if you just joined, I know the Florida Trail videos have paused, but they're coming. I didn't stop, didn't give up, not quitting the channel. We're going to continue the channel.
His editor has some personal stuff.
Yeah, the editor's going through some things right now. It's some personal stuff that he's got to get worked out. And as soon as he's able to take care of those important aspects of his life, we'll get back to the videos. Another thing he's dealing with is COVID has struck their household and themselves, some other family members as well. So y'all send some good vibes his way if you can. And as you know, he had his truck stolen a couple months ago. That debacle, he did get his truck back, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the COVID's hitting kind of hard right now, so keep them in thoughts. And like I said, I will keep everybody updated as to when the videos will be coming back out, hopefully soon. Right, we're gonna put Dixie to edit it. Hopefully, she should be a good editor. Because you have all the free time in the world.
Signs done, right? Point to no. But if any of y'all know how to edit, want to stand in a little while.
Fill-in editor.
Yeah.
When you get that Dropbox logged in, you see how many videos are there. You might change your mind. Like, oh my god.
You might be like, I have COVID too.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for being here. This was awesome. It's fun. I think I'm gonna do some more of this on the road. I just have to get people to drive for me since I do most of the driving on these runs. But We'll do it again. We'll do it sometime when we got some other musicians in the car too. We'll just pass the camera around and play all
Oh
kinds of
yeah,
tunes.
that'd be really
That'd be
cool.
fun. I should have done it last weekend, so coulda, shoulda, woulda. But yeah, this turned out to work pretty well, even through the mountains, and
Over the hills.
should be getting close to the Ozarks now. So I expect service will get worse. Suzanne says thank you for the live Q&A and music. You're very welcome. Chad says take care, be safe. If y'all are headed through St. Louis, I'll air 5 y'all as you go by. Awesome.
We'll come take over your gym, Chad, on
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Robin says it was great to talk to you both. Great playing, MarDe. Thank you so much, Robin.
Woo.
Sheila, thank you for being here too. Sheila's the newest patron on Patreon, so excited to have you. Sheila's a big supporter from the Midwest. Comes to all the shows, and I love her to death. She's just a sweet, sweet human being. What size shoes you wear? I can give you questions all night long, so you don't have to drive, MarDe. I wear size 11.
Was that Dave Meadows? Who was that? That
It was Sheila.
Oh, was it?
Sheila wears a size 11 shoe, except when we go hiking. I was hard-headed, tried to do that in 11s, and my toes started dying pretty much day 2.
They'll do that.
So we do 11 and a half usually on the trail runners of all kinds.
Yeah, when you're on trail, you usually need like a half size up from what you would normally wear.
Yeah, or you will destroy
Or
your
you will
toes.
suffer. Yeah.
It's not the same as Kevin Schuster says. Just found this live chat. Love the song, MarDe. Was waiting for Fancy to join in. Fancy, yeah, let's take a look at her and make sure she's still. Hey, May.
Oh God, is she giving the crazy look?
You see her cow eye, y'all? She's giving you crazy cow eye. She's like, hell no. No shenanigans.
Oh.
She just wants to be
Bless
left
her.
alone. She's precious. Yeah, she's like another monster.
I know. I was yawning. Bye.
Have a good night. Stay tuned. There'll be some updates for this weekend.
Sorry.
There was a possum that we almost died for.
No, stop. We barely crossed the yellow line.
But the possum's good.
The possum's
good.
alive.
All right. Have a good night, y'all. See you later.